Real Action is brought to you by Pertec, with 103 service and supply centres around Australia for all your hydraulic and industrial hose requirements.
G'day, welcome to Real Action. Michael Guest, the stowaway Jack Nolan.
Sorry to interrupt you, mate.
And, oh, hang on a sec. Can you just wait a minute?
I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait.
Jono Bleakley, who's got, that's one of the prettiest flounder I've seen in a long time. We're fishing Lake Macquarie today, magnificent part of the world, just north of Sydney. It's the largest saltwater tidal lake in the southern hemisphere, and it's a great place to fish. And today, a little bit blowy.
Oh, she's blowy, all right.
Yeah, I think this is going to go away. The sun's coming up and a little bit cloudy, but that's cool. And the great thing about having such a big waterway, there's always somewhere to get out of it. And we're doing that at the moment. And that's first fish.
First fish, and one of the most deceiving fish.
I said to you, just wait until we start before you...
Well, when we're chasing big flathead, one of these coming up in the water, what do you think it looks like? It looks like a flathead head, doesn't it?
It does.
I may have overcalled that
that's
fish.
a seriously pretty fish. Check that out. Anyway, plenty to do in Lake Macquarie. Lots of different fish to target. At the moment, we're going to chase a flathead. A little bit windy, but nothing we can't handle.
Might get this back in the water, eh?
Yeah, for sure. Oh, yep. Got him. Got him. That's a go.
Got him there. Oh, that woke me up real quick, that one. Oh, nice flathead. Nice flathead there. Whew, we're just cruising up along this weed patch here and throwing a swim bait up, just using the wind to my advantage. Nice long casts. And whew, got a nice eat there. Not a giant fish, but definitely a great
fish.
fish.
Nothing wrong with that, bud.
No, that's awesome. Oh, all right, I reckon he's about ready, mate. Let me go.
Hey, I reckon we are. Look out.
Nice work.
That's the go. Nice Lake Mac flathead, that one. Oh, does that?
That's just popped out there, yeah.
So there's just if you give people advice, and we try to on Real Action at times, we're learning every time we come out on the water, and that's the great thing about fishing. But it's about keeping tension on those good fish. And the one thing you didn't do there is drop your hands and relax your hands. So you take tension off that rod tip, and all of a sudden they're slack line. What's that flathead do?
Throws those hooks real easy.
Yeah, and it's done that in the net. That's fine in the net because we got it in the boat.
As long as it's in the net.
Showman, good
there
grip.
We go. Nice grip on there.
Pretty fish. Pretty fish.
How good's that?
And a bit of an overcast day, a little bit blowy. Lake Macquarie's got lots of options. This is what we call the main channel that runs in and out, and any estuary system that you're going to fish, similar to this one, these channels that are the funnel to the big area.
The water, yeah, it's a really good spot to chase them.
Pretty fish, and you can see that one was sitting right on the edge of the weed and the sand, probably spending a bit of time right on that edge, so it's quite a speckled fish, but a lighter colour one. The ones you catch right in the weed sometimes are
nice and dark,
black looking ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I reckon Bleakers is down the bottom there having a bit of a fish, Jono, at the moment. I reckon that's pushed his flounder out of the way.
I think
and
that's
he cheated a bit there because we said let's open the show up, and he's already casting. He's still casting down the back there at the moment, but that's all good. Well done, buddy. I forgot to mention actually, so that's a pretty cool lure, that one there. So that's run out tide, water coming off the flat. That looks like a mullet. Slow roll that through. They're pretty cool, these lures. Once you hook them up, that treble pulls away. But my mate Tubby Taylor, Mark Taylor, he got his PB on that exact lure. It was a nice fish, about 80 odd centimetres. Well done, bud.
Beautiful Lake Macquarie flathead there. We'll pop him back, see if we can get an upgrade. There you go, mate. Off you go.
There's nothing better than a day on the water, but you want to make it home safely. So remember, one of the most important pieces of safety gear is your life jacket. 7 out of 10 boaters who have drowned in New South Wales waters were not wearing one. Life jackets come in a range of designs, so they won't get in the way whether you're chasing a big one or just taking in the sights. Whenever you're out on the water, make sure you and all the crew put one on. Marine Rescue New South Wales volunteers saving lives on the water.
See how we go, come on. Oh, yeah.
Oh, pulling a bit of string.
Yeah, something there. Oh, there's a bite.
What's
a
that?
bite?
Yeah.
Not sure what these are. We get a lot of tailor
That's a really weird bite too.
in the lake here at times. There's a couple of fish busting up on the surface, and I think this might be a tailor. That's a good tailor.
Wow.
Sneak that in the net for me, Jono. Whoa.
Doing a high five for that or not?
Yeah, one of those low
doing a
ones.
back
You know,
one?
you
Yeah.
young blokes get into that sort of thing.
That's a solid fish.
That's a pretty good tailor, that one right there. Yeah, that's what we call a greenback.
Very solid.
Very solid fish, that one, all right.
We're electrically anchored here at the moment, and there's a bit of breeze, and we did find some bait. Now, if we didn't have the electric motor, would be a long way that way. So what we're doing, we've hit the spot lock button, we're gonna stay here, there's bait on the sounder, and then Jack and I can just get our lures down to the bottom and vertically jig them. And when we're happy with that, we can move on and find another patch of bait. It's pretty cool technology.
There's a bit of a bite, yeah. So we stayed out in this deep water, and this tailor didn't stay up very long, did they?
No. You were down a little bit deeper by the looks of it.
Yes, I've got a little vibe on now, so you're always mixing it up.
I think I'm on the net by the looks of that.
A little thumping head shakes. I don't know what I've got here. Actually, feels like it could even be a snapper or something the way it's fighting. Bang, bang, bang on the head shakes. And I reckon that's what it might be.
Oh, what a call.
And that is a snapper. Caught the odd snapper in my time, Jono.
That is pretty impressive
And,
call, mate. Good call. I'll give you that
Yeah,
one.
no, well, I'll take it. It just felt like a snapper. On the vibe, look at that. He's sort of, well, he wasn't going anywhere. Unfortunately, he's got both sets
That's a
of treble.
pliers job, that one.
Yeah, I'll sort him out in a minute. This fella can go back and live to play another day. Off you go, buddy. Oof. There he goes. Cool. Oh, there we go. Feels like not a bad fish, that one there, at all. So, grab the net there for me, Jono.
I'm getting used to this, aren't I?
Yep, that's a pretty good fish by the feel of it. It's a nice flathead, that one there. This afternoon, that's a good fish. Oh. Yes. Yes. It's been a bit of a tough day, but I'd tell you, that's a proper fish, that one in the net there. You beauty. All right, mate, let's get past there. Swing her up. Oh, you got the big net out.
We got the big net.
All right.
Come on, isn't that worthy of the big net?
Yeah,
Hey,
I reckon. Hey, brother.
not bad.
Yeah, I already got a high five off the
I got something you might need here.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Lake Macquarie is what we call a trophy flathead fishery. So there's been some fantastic people have got together and made that happen. We know some of them, don't we,
Yeah.
Jono?
Yep.
And any fish over 70 centimetres that these guys and girls have got, they'll tag them. And I reckon this is one of them. And you can see the growth on the tag. So it's been tagged at some point. So we will get the information off this girl. Look at the growth on it. Just pull some of that growth off that tag there.
Weedy stuff.
A little bit of growth. So we'll photo. Oh, can you get it off or not?
Old
Yeah.
tag.
Been in a while. So we'll try and get that number, that tag. There we go.
Yeah, we got the number there.
Get that tag number. So we will measure this fish in a minute and find out how long it was and how long since it's been caught. I reckon it's been a while because a fair bit of growth on that.
There is quite a bit, yeah.
I think we spoke about the tackle before, but great fun on that. That's my favourite rod ever. The white one you've seen, if you watch Real Action, we've been using these white rods for years. 3 to 5 kilo, at 10-pound braid, bit of 15-pound leader in this case. And you even go down to 8 or 10-pound leader in the shallows.
Could if you wanted,
But yeah, that's worked a treat.
I wouldn't want to run 8 pound on a fish that
No,
size.
they've got those rasping teeth. So we'll get this one back in the water. Awesome.
Yep, got him on there, fellas. Feels like
What
not
is
a
it?
bad
I
fish.
wanna call, I wanna call.
I want to call Flathead.
That's because you've seen it. Oh, it's a good fish.
It's not a bad fish there. I'm going to need a net, John.
Yeah, that can be me.
Come on. Righto, mate, you're right. You
Yeah.
got the big net.
Well, it was just sitting there.
All righto, pinned in the top. Yeah,
That'll do.
I'll take that.
And
The skin and
Yeah.
the back.
there it is.
Nice.
I'll let you deal with him tangled
Yeah,
out.
righto. I might grab a glove for that one.
Hey, Jacko.
Here we go, mate.
And I reckon just have a look here. So I've got side scan, got GPS with some marks there. It's a little bit of a bump in the bottom, and there's a little bit of bait there. You can just see it coming through, and I reckon that fish has come off that bit of bait. There's a shark right there. Shark swing around. Oh, hey, look at the fins on that fella. Quite a good size hammerhead shark there. That's great to see. People freak out about sharks in places like Lake Macquarie. I love seeing them that size. That shark's not going to worry anyone, but here he goes, just going out the back there now. Just done a bit of a lap around the boat there, and you see his fin disappearing. How cool is that?
Righto, mate, we'll pop this one back and see if we can get another one. Away you go, mate.
Nice. Do you want a high five with your glove? Not the glove on.
Well, this is a bit of a nicer morning on Lake Macquarie, that's for sure. The southerly blew pretty hard yesterday, and things are settling in. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Sun's just coming up, so we had a fantastic day. Caught a few different species yesterday, but there's always time for a little bit more fishing, so we're just going to give it a couple of hours this morning and see how we go. Here's what I should drop down. Got him?
Yep. He came back for a second one.
Oh, it did. It was a pretty good bite to start with, but oh, yep.
Oh, nice little flatty, Jacko.
Nice flatty there. Start the morning off.
Is that a lifteroo or a net?
Oh, I think it's a net. He's only just pinned with that top hook, mate.
Righto.
If you could give us a quick hand there.
I can do that for you, mate.
Oh, that was a very aggressive flathead bite just then.
So it hit it and then came back for a second go.
Yeah, sure did. Just sort of fed it back down to him, a couple more hops. Righto, mate. Slide him in there for me, please. Thank you.
There you go. Oh, hook popped straight out. So when it hit it the first time and you missed it, do you reckon he just sits behind it?
He's just still looking at it. I just dropped it back down and give him a couple
It just goes
more.
again.
Boom, got him. Using a couple of vibes this morning. It's a really effective technique to fish a bit of deep water. Trick is basically nice long cast. Usually use the wind to your advantage. Nice big cast out and let that lure sink down. Once it hits the bottom, you want to give it a couple of nice hops and you'll feel that vibe rattle through the rod tip. What that means is the lure's working and it's not tangled. So a really effective way to fish deep water.
Swing it. That's a little fella, Jacko.
Yes, not bad.
That's a good sign, but when you're getting a few bites early, it's always a good sign that the day's going to continue on in a reasonable vein. So it's fallen to a little bait fish profile vibe as well. This one, sun's just coming up, cracking time of the day to be out on the water, that's for sure. Right at 4.5 metres of water, there's a definite change in water temperature or water clarity or a bit of both there, and there's a thermocline. Sometimes you'll find fish, the bait will sit above the thermocline or below it. It's about working out where they're sitting. There's some more bait coming through here now, but they're tiny little bait at the moment, so just little clear sort of bait fish. So that's where hopefully that, if I can get it out of my jacket, that's going to match the hatch. So keep your eyes open whenever you're fishing, a bit of a look, and if they're bigger bait you might want to go to a bigger lure, and if they're smaller you might want to go to a smaller profile again. But some nice schools of bait running through here this morning, so hopefully we can find a few fish. Good fish?
Yeah, that's a good fish, boys. Oh, wow, what a crunch. Just going back to that vertical style jigging, you can see my line's directly below the boat where I've hooked that fish. And it is, oh, it's a nice float. It's actually coming up upside down, but it'd be probably the second fish of the day, I would say. Oh, it's upside down. Got the net there, boys?
Yep, I'll grab the net for you, mate.
Felt a lot bigger because of the way it's coming up. If you look in the water there now, it's hooked underneath the belly.
Upside down, Miss Jane. Oh, now it's woken up.
That'll do it.
Yeah, it was sort of wrapped up.
It was wrapped up.
It's still a bit wrapped up.
Still a nice fish, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
There we go.
Oh, around this way.
One more. Look, he's hooked right underneath the belly.
Awesome.
There you go.
That's a
It's a
beautiful
healthy
fish.
looking fish.
It is. Very, very healthy, that one there.
I'll get a glove in it and we'll have a look.
You got to do peak bite times with all your fishing, and certainly this early light's always good for a couple of fish. There's no doubt about that. Same as that late in the afternoon, and then you've got your tide changes. So there's a little bite window. So just keep an eye on your tide chart. On the sounder there, I've got that information panel, and it shows you what time the tide changes are. So you just hit that info button and it's got it up. And I guess if you walk in the bank, well, you're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way, or get on your phone these days. Plenty of apps with all your tidal information.
There we go.
Hey, cool with the way their fins sit up like that. When you see them underwater, they're actually quite a predatory fish, flathead, I reckon. People think that these lazy things that sit on the bottom, you see them hunting. Amazing how they'll hunt around bait schools. They love structure, as we know, like around rocks and reefy areas. So not so much those big open sand areas, or if you're going to fish those open areas, you want some sort of drop-off or pressure point, don't you? So
I've heard you call this a pretty fish.
it is a pretty
Jack,
fish.
is that a pretty fish?
Beautiful fish, Jono.
There'll be people at home going, you can't
People in
call
the
it
US,
pretty.
you go, man, that's not a bass, you know, that's not a pretty fish. But I'd say I love flathead. They're
In that
a cool
light, I
thing.
reckon it looks pretty
it's
good.
Beautiful, no doubt.
Off you go. There he goes.
Swing him up, Jacko.
Righto, mate. Try and be very careful
There's
here.
there's a few of these fellas around this part of the world. So that's a arrow squid, that one there. And great eating, but fantastic bait. And there's actually a few kingfish buzzing around at the moment. And I know where we might be able to go and cast this fella at a kingfish, so I'll pop him in the live bait tank. Whoop.
Yep.
Nice bite there.
Well, the look of that rod, he
Well,
is loaded up.
Yeah.
Am I on the net again for you?
Yeah, mate. That would be great if you could.
So you were again under the boat. You weren't casting out, or?
Well, I did cast out. As I got back to the boat, I thought I'd just give it a couple of vertical hops there.
Yep.
Sometimes these flathead can be a bit lethargic and kind of follow it. And once you get it to the boat, just give it a couple of
They've been a bit like that, haven't
vertical pops to see if they'll jump on it. It's not a bad fish, this one.
That's a good fish, mate. That's a good fish. So what tackle are you using?
Let me have a look. 3 to 5 kilo spin rod and a little 2,500 size reel.
It's amazing what you can catch. Oh, that's a good flathead, mate.
That's a good flathead.
It's amazing what you can catch on light line when you just use it to its advantage. Soft hands.
That's right, mate. It's so important to use.
I think I'm upgrading that net, Jackie boy.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing to say whenever you have to upgrade the nets, because it means your mate's caught something, which
that.
is, oh, look at
Lure's
that.
pinned perfectly in the top there.
Right, we'll get a crack at him here, I reckon.
When you're ready, mate. Yep, bring him round. Bit of skin.
Well done, mate.
There we go.
Might just keep him in the water here. Do you want to get a glove and pliers? We'll lift him up and we'll have a look.
We'll get set. Oh, give us a close look at this one. Hey.
There you go.
Nice.
It's not a bad fish.
That's a good fish, mate. Well done.
I'll need that.
You have that.
Am I taking your rod?
Yep.
Lures
out again.
Lures just popped out. And I know we say it over and over on real action, you got to keep the tension. That lure's just popped out, and for a second, if Jack had given that any slack line, then you're going to lose that fish. So it's so important to just keep that even tension up. That's a beautiful big female flathead, that one there. Look at that.
Support the belly.
Awesome.
What a healthy looking fish too.
What a rocket ship that is. Look at that. How tall is that? How tall is that dorsal when it's sitting up on that?
Yeah.
It's like that shark we saw yesterday.
Yeah.
it had a dorsal fin like that too.
It did.
Wow, what
Look
a
at the
cracker.
size of the mouth on it. Like you think we're throwing, lures which are 70 up to 120 mil long, but if you compare the size of that lure to that
it'll eat a
mouth,
lure that
it'll
big.
eat something that big. So.
No problems at all there. And they've got a big appetite, and just change it up a bit. We're using those clear coloured vibes at the moment, but other times you get ones with a bit of an orange flash underneath, or darker ones, and it depends on the colour of the water. I like the clear ones in here at the moment because the water's pretty clean. The bait are probably about that long, and they're almost see-through when the sun hits them, so that's why we go with that.
Nice work, mate.
Well done, son.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Thanks to Alfabs, it's cracking catch time. If you've been getting into some ripper fish lately, then send your best fish photo in via the Real Action socials. Cracking prizes to be won every week, including a Penn rod reel and line combo, an awesome pair of Mako polarised sunglasses, along with some great gear from Valvoline to keep your marine engine and trailer lubricated.
Well, check that out. That's a beautiful big Lake Macquarie flathead. That's where we've been fishing yesterday and this morning. And don't forget, Let's Fish Lake Mac is a big catch and release competition on every November. So check out the details for that. And if you're anywhere in and around it, well, who come from Queensland, Victoria, we don't mind. Come up and there's great prizes to be won, and that's thanks to Lake Macquarie City Council.
Plenty of fish to be caught as well.
Maybe a fish like that.
I reckon in the flathead comp, I reckon Jack's up there now. I think I might have just pinched him with mine yesterday.
Mate, I'm down here. I'm happy to sit down here.
Net boy.
I'm net boy.
Always competitive on Real Action. Michael Guest, Jonathon Bleakley and the stowaway Jack Nolan with a nice one there to finish us off. We'll catch you next time. Bye now.
See you guys.
Another beautiful Lake Macquarie flathead. Let this girl go.
Real Action is proudly brought to you by Amarok. Born from tough love. Look after your best mate with High Pro. Pioneers in pet food.